Guess who? Me. Right, I'm fairly certain that old pigeon water I sipped on the dog was just docks that I brought up. Not that many, because I haven't got that many. Those small ones in the garden. Because I was originally trying to make things for my son to put try on his skin. That was the idea. So I wasn't messing around with anything stupid. So it was just docks. But then, because I'd left that other lavender thing in it, as a label to myself, which was one of those what I was calling a camphor stick that I'd made originally, which was the lavender dipped in Vaseline and Brasso as one dose. So there wasn't really very much of that in it. That's why it was slightly greasy. But there was a tiny bit of that in the first lot that I made. Which I don't know what that was, maybe half. Get her off. That was like literally about I'm going to say half a cup of Brasso with a tablespoon of Vaseline, I think. No, maybe a bit more. Well, a large tablespoon of Vaseline that I'd melted ish. And then I dipped some lavender heads in it, and done some other stuff when she had all the original. She's scratching a bit, but she's now scratching underneath. She's got like fleas now on her feet. When I was in the kitchen, they don't want to be on her body, so they've moved down, but they were small ones. I have combed her, and I've got a comb. I'll probably give her a comb. That's what I was thinking afterwards. Is the mother, the Empress, had come up. Oh God, not tarot, gosh. Yeah, so the Empress often represents the mother in the tarot. And so I was thinking, because it comes up in different things, it's like, well, where was it in this? It's possibly a new cycle. So she's got baby fleas on her, so there's a new cycle of fleas. But if it's mites, then they might be coming into a new cycle as well. I don't know. I'm not certain. I know they do cycle, don't they? And different things would probably set them off. Like, we're going back to salamander energy and the iodine. A bloom. That wasn't a flea scratch. That's she's bleeding. She's got like a little pot mark on her back, but she's not. It's not like it was the other week, and they're healing. You see, you can't see down bugger all and shit, can you? But my elbow feels better from that old pigeon water. I put that old dock pigeon water with the tiniest bit of grease in it, and there's not that much in it because it's still all on the lavender. So it had not melted into the water really, but it's the tiniest dose of it in that, which is what's in that. Well, it's not alcohol, is it? But it's like a petrol. Tiniest bit though. But petroleum jelly is petrol, isn't it? Well, it was. And the old bugs eat the fat, don't they? I don't know. My arm's definitely stopped itching. My elbow. Because psoriasis, what is psoriasis? Combination of things, I never know. Can be fungal, can't it? It can smell quite fungally. Oh my God, Stephen the mouse is smelling. All the flies are coming around, but he's having an air burial in his cup on top of the post. New cycles all round. That's it really. I just thought I'd let you know. It was just literally docks with a lavender stick left in it. I'm not very good at writing things down. I have to do things and change them constantly. It's like, what are we going to try today? What this? And then the diet as well. I think a lot of it does, because I keep going back to that, don't I? The liver detox book was my footing in all of this. What was that called? That I kept blathering on about before. The liver rescue book, because there's so much in that. So she's having a bit of a scratch, but she's scratching her stomach now rather than sitting down and scratching her neck. She was scratching her ears off stupidly earlier on, violently scratching. But they're going about potatoes and that as well. Potatoes are really good for the liver, apparently, really cleansing. And then that Juliet Levy woman was going on about potato chips being in that old rescue remedy for distemper and different things. And hard pad they use them for. So I thought, well, we'll just try it because it'd come up in 2 places with liver. Liver's the first thing, isn't it? And fasting. She always goes back to fasting for everything. So we had potatoes again this morning with that old pigeon soup. I had some of that pigeon soup for lunch, but then I would have had that for tea, but I had no bread. When I watched through the thing, it sounded like I said eggs. I had none of that old shoe bread. I had no bread at all, and I couldn't bother to go to a shop, so I fried up what we call povo bread, which is chickpea flour, with what I had in the fridge, which was tofu, mushrooms, green beans, tomatoes, maybe that, I suppose, a whole combination of things. And then the dog just had half of it because I didn't have the energy to do anything else. But I've got potatoes and sweet potatoes. I've been just cutting up. We just had the skins this morning with a sweet potato cut in it. I didn't have any rosemary. I've been doing it with rosemary because that's supposed to be flea repellent. Fleas supposedly hate rosemary. Or was there chamomile in that stuff I made earlier on? In the barley thing. I can't remember. But like, I don't know. As well as the dock. Maybe that was something else I made. Because chamomile is another flea repellent apparently. Fleas don't like chamomile or rosemary. So because I'm doing all these different things, it's not just one thing or another. Both of which you can take internally. Not with the petrol really, though. Although you just saw me licking it off my hands, so I better not do that again. Give me a flush through, worm me at the same time. But there was only the tiniest bit on it because I know she licks her skin, so I'm really cautious of that. And it gets absorbed, doesn't it, into the bloodstream as well, so it really, really was the tiniest bit. She's having a good old scratch, so. And a run in the road. Right, I'm going to sign out now. And there we go. That's it. That's where we are at the moment. See how it goes.